Namaste, dear learners and students. I am Dr. Ashok Gellu, Faculty of Science. On behalf of the Department of Environmental Science, organizing this teleconference, I warmly welcome you all for today's teleconference. The topic is environmental pollution. This telelesson is allotted for PG MSc Environmental Science first year students and UG second semester students, and also it is useful for other PG students, degree students, diploma students and other competitive aspirants and general public. To discuss about this important topic, we have two eminent experts in our studio today. I am happy to introduce them. First, Professor S.V. RajaSekhar Reddy sir, retired professor and guest faculty of Environmental Science Department, Dr. B.R.Ambedkar Open University. Sir has more than 35 years of teaching experience in both ODL and regular modes. Sir has served as Director Academic, Director Material Production, Director EMMRC and Dean Faculty of Science. Sir contributed course writing and editing for MSc programs since the program initiation. Next, another important expert, Dr. D.Seshikala, Assistant Professor of Environmental Science, Department of Environmental Science from Osmania University. Madam has more than 26 years of experience in teaching and research. Madam has published several research articles in reputed national and international journal. Presently, Madam serving as Chairperson Board of Studies Environmental Science and Additional Controller of Examinations, Osmania University. Thank you, Madam, for joining us today. Today, the lesson is environmental pollution. Let's begin with a small question for understanding. What is the environmental pollution? Environmental pollution is the introduction of any harmful substances, any harmful pollutants into the natural ecosystem, natural environment that negatively impacts ecosystem, wildlife and mainly human beings. The environmental pollution is the global issue now. In this teleconference session, we will learn about the sources, types of environmental pollutions. This teleconference will be 1 hour program. In the first 45 minutes, our experts will present the topic environmental pollution and types and other impacts in the pollution. Remaining 15 minutes, students can interact in phone-in program. If you have any doubt, you can contact to the number 040-23680-456. I repeat 040-236-456. Madam, Dr. Seshikala Madam, can you explain the sources and what are the types of environmental pollution?
Yes, Ashok. Thank you very much, first of all, giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Ashok, introducing me with good words, and you represented me very well. So, good afternoon, dear students. First, let us know actually what is what is environmental pollution. See, this word is environment is very vast word. It includes all the spheres like atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. So, in these three spheres, what are all the pollutions we come across? So, different pollutions like air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, as well as the noise pollution also included. Actually, what are all the different sources of pollution? let us first of all let us know what is pollution. Pollution means anything, if it is present excess than the required or below than the required, can be considered as pollution. That means, so actually oxygen is very important for us. For all the oxygenic living systems, oxygen is very important. Even this oxygen is more than the required, then it will become a problem. So whatever may be the thing, if it is present in the environment in either in the excess quantity or in the below than the required, then it can be considered as pollution, right. So what are all the different sources of pollution? If we consider different sources of pollution, pollutions can be natural ways as well as man-made ways. There are so many natural systems where different pollutants are being introduced into the atmosphere, introduced into the environment. So if we take volcanic eruption, these volcanic eruptions are not man-made things, so they are natural phenomena. So whenever volcano erupts, a lot more pollutants, gaseous pollutants, particulate matter, it will be added to the environment. Similarly, forest fires are there. So whenever forest fire is a natural phenomena. So forest fires are there, then automatically much more pollutants are added to the environment. So like this, if we consider the different sources, these are the natural pollutants and man-made pollutions. So what are the man-made pollutions? If we consider man-made pollutions, these can be divided into three broader areas, like industrial pollution and agricultural pollution and domestic pollution, right. So industries, why industries are run? Industries are run to produce some product. So when product is produced, naturally different raw materials are used in different processes, lot more pollutants are added into the environment. So here whenever any industry is producing some product, then automatically air pollutants will come out, liquid pollutants will come out and solid pollutants will come out. So air pollutants, how we have to how we have to tackle with such air pollutants, what we need to do, especially in industrial sector, what can be done. So especially when industry is letting out different pollutants, so the best part, the existing technology which we have is having the chimneys or stacks in the industries. So these stacks are not simple stacks, they should be with scrubbers, different types of scrubbers, and electrostatic precipitators should be there. So what is the function of these electrostatic precipitators? Means these electrostatic precipitators will precipitate different particulate matter and they won't allow them to enter into the atmosphere. Whereas different scrubbers, what they do means, these scrubbers will separate different gases and they are being converted either into the liquid form or into the solid form, then they can be removed easily. So that's altogether what we can say is, from the chimneys nothing harmful should come out. So if we are following this, then it will be good for all. Then next is, if we go for another sector, that is agriculture sector. Agriculture sector main problem, there was no problem at all earlier in the agricultural process, but in the modern agricultural practices, what we are doing is, we are dumping chemicals into the agricultural fields. What are the different chemicals? Maybe in the form of fertilizers, maybe in the form of biocides. Biocides means what? They are the killing agents which are causing damage to the plants, or what we can say, the agricultural produce. So, these are to be killed because we are not getting sufficient product even after having all the services done to the agriculture. So, that is why these chemicals are used either in the form of medicine or in the form of supplements. So, both these things are doing harm to the rest of the environment. So, these biocides are when one chemical is able to kill a small organism, then it will have the capacity even to damage a bigger animal like human being also. So, it may not kill directly, but it can be like a slow poison, right. So, altogether these are dumped into the agricultural field, and when it comes to the fertilizers, these fertilizers, what they are doing, fertilizers are ready-made food for them, ready-made food for the agricultural practices. So, that is why what is happening means, they the soil organisms which are there, they are not having any work to do. So, that is why they are becoming workless, and the soils are becoming loose, and whenever there is even to the small rain or moderate rain, the soil erosion is becoming very big problem. So, that is why even agricultural practices are also making much more havoc in the environment. So, all this runoff is going to the nearby water body, and that water body is becoming either flooded with fertilizers, I mean to say more of organic matter or nutrients. So, the water body is becoming eutrophic, and if not, it is becoming poison with different biocides. So, when biocides are enter into the aquatic system, all the living systems, sometimes they may die, or sometimes it may become problematic for their survival. So, this is about the agriculture sector. And when it comes to another bigger sector, that is transportation sector.
That we can call it as urban.
Urban, right sir, you are exactly right. So, urban sector main problem is like transportation. Transportation earlier very limited population used to have their own transportation, but nowadays due to increased paying capacity, due to increased spending capacity of the population, so everyone is owning their own transportation. So, as a result, we have automobile pollution. So, whether we have industries in and around our area or not, irrespective of that situation, we are facing air pollution even in normal areas also. That is because of what? Because of this automobile sector, that means it is transportation sector. So, main problem here is the how the automobiles are run. Automobiles are run with what? Using fossil fuels. So, these fossil fuels, whenever they are burnt, they will release primary pollutants, gaseous pollutants and particulate matter. So, these primary pollutants, they will be entering into the atmosphere like oxides of carbon, oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur, etc. are entering into the atmosphere, and then they will be converted into secondary pollutants also, like whenever there is rain, especially in rainy season as well as in winter season, there is a moisture content in it. So, acids are formed, sulfuric acid is formed, nitric acid is formed, carbonic acid is formed. This problem is prominently seen in Taj Mahal. So Taj Mahal is made with marble stone, and marble stone is nothing but calcium carbonate. When this calcium carbonate is reacting with acids like sulfuric acid and nitric acid, a brown color precipitate is formed, calcium sulfate or calcium nitrate. So that is making milky white Taj Mahal into brown color. So this is the major problem. This is because of what?
Madam,
this is
that is because of majority, that is Mathura oil fields.
oil refineries.
That is refinery.
Yes.
That outlets of that air
Yes.
from that is causing Taj Mahal maximum damage.
Yes, sir.
And that's why the brown color. And that now they have started preventing the pollution, but till it is not to that extent, still we can see that pollution.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So basically, as it is, the pollutants, gaseous pollutants are coming from Madhura refineries. Those Madhura refinery is letting out oxides of carbon, oxides of nitrogen into the huge quantity, and that is the reason why there the acid moisture is converted into acid, and that is the reason why the Taj Mahal is becoming
Acid reacting with the calcium carbonate of the marble and causing maximum damage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this is one of the another reasons. So like this, here these are the different sectors, and also when we look into another sector where pollution is happening, even indoor pollution is also one of the major problems. So what we are doing, indoor means, even indoor also how the pollution is causing means, see how we are eating food, by cooking only. We are cooking and then we are eating. So how cooking process happens? It is by using some gaseous fuel. So when gaseous fuel is burnt, automatically again the same gases like oxides of carbon, oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur, they will be coming out. So that is one source of pollution. And another source, when we are cooking something, so volatile organic compounds are the major problem, right? So volatile organic compounds, where from they come? They are present in the food material only. Whenever we are cooking them, means whenever we are supplying energy to them, then automatically the organic compounds will come out, and means they have very less boiling point. That's why they will release out immediately, and they will be present in the ambient place in the cooking area. So that's why what earlier we used to have is, we used to have separate kitchen and we used to have chimneys. But nowadays our kitchens became very small, very narrower, and there is hardly we can find any ventilation over there. So this is also causing much more respiratory related issues to the people who are always in kitchens. Right?
Madam, in addition to that, the indoor pollution which we are seeing at kitchen, we use that mosquito sprays, cockroach sprays, and all different sprays we are using it, by which it's causing a maximum damage. And that product indoor, because lack of ventilation is one of the major sources of indoor. People talk about air pollution more, but air pollution is outdoor air pollution may not be that impact like indoor air pollution, because indoor air pollution has maximum things. Yes. Like air condition. Nowadays our lifestyle has changed a lot, by which we are using the air conditions, air coolers, major air coolers, building insulations, asbestos product, all different types we are using it, air dryers, and by which indoor pollution becoming a major, and it is being a threat to the people, especially by, as you said, respiration problem, by which causing a maximum damage. I think that should be the major, I think every person who want to know about the pollution, especially the unclaimed persons also, who said that environment maadi kaadu anukunnolu kuda, they must know all these things, because they are doing all these things in day to day use, విచ్ కాజింగ్ ఎ మ్యాక్సిమం డ్యామేజ్. మనకు ఒకప్పుడు ఇంత ఇమీడియట్గా ఎఫెక్ట్ కాకపోయేది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఎయిర్ స్ప్రేయర్, ఎయిర్ డయర్, డిఫరెంట్ స్ప్రేస్, మస్కిటో స్ప్రేస్, అండ్ దే ఆర్ గివింగ్ డిఫరెంట్ రిప్లెంట్స్ కూడా ఇస్తుంది ఈ మధ్యన. రిప్లెంట్స్ విచ్ ఈస్ నాట్ కరెక్ట్, రిప్లెంట్స్ విచ్ నాట్ కరెక్ట్, by which after effect damages are more. So what I feel is that especially cigarette smoking, indoor air pollution is more dangerous, I feel, than the outside. Outside is also, I am not saying, I am not supporting outside pollution, but definitely indoor pollution must be checked by each and every residents.
Because indoor pollution is something like it is under the walls,
yes,
inside the walls. అంటే మనకు ఒక క్లోజ్డ్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్లో వీఆర్ ఫోర్స్డ్ టు బ్రీత్ దట్ ఎయిర్ ఉంది. అందుకని మనకి ఏంటంటే కంపల్సరీ మనకి ఇండోర్ పొల్యూషన్ని కంట్రోల్ చేసుకోవడం అనేది.
Even apart from that also, what we are saying, we are going for more of luxurious things like sofa sets, air conditions, and which we are not using this, especially sofas, carpets and other things are generally, they absorbs the pollutants, and we on that we use sprays, room sprays and all other sprays we are using, by which it's causing the pollutants are become activate, and it is causing we are inhaling it, by which inhaling it we are causing maximum damage to the especially indoor the respiratory system of persons living in that. So what I feel is this. Of course, what we are talking about the environment pollution, we are talking about air, water.
Using detergents.
In addition to that, detergents also, madam. Detergents also we are using, especially this washing machine, other thing. Even what we people very ignorant about that, we use dry cleaners, dry cleaner cloths also, by which it's also causing a maximum indoor pollution. Among the people, what we do is for bed sheets and other things, so many things are there, but our time constraints, we are not able to tell. What we have to go ahead with the water pollution and other pollution. What I feel is this we have to insist in further lessons.
Yes.
We have to go by air pollution separately, water, soil and noise, because air pollutants is one of the major pollution which are taking place apart from water and soil. But this needs a separate topic, but now we are giving only brief outline. But what I feel is the indoor pollution also must be checked at every point, and our lifestyle also should modify according to the reduction. For example, now people are saying Vastu. Rather than Vastu, I feel the more
cross
of
ventilation should
mass
be there.
ventilation, cross ventilation must be there, and which has to move thoroughly, the inward and outward outlets should be there. Until and unless that we can make it possible, I don't think we can reduce the indoor air pollution.
Yes, sir.
And this which I want to tell in addition to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Very valuable point, sir, whatever you said here. So, this is how the different pollutants or pollutions can be classified and broadly studied. Now coming to the water pollution, basically every individual living system do require water for consumption. In addition to consumption, we human beings also use water for cleanliness. So washings and all those things for which the water is used. So when spent water is there, once the used water is there, if it is sent to the open systems, then it becomes very difficult for treating. So at the source level itself, if we are able to treat it properly and send it to any open systems, then it is okay. This point holds good to the industries as well as the domestic sources. So even in the industries also, as we were discussing in the starting point, so when liquid pollutants, effluents are coming out from the industry, then at the point source level itself, if we are doing different treatments like for example, every industry will be using some raw material and will be producing some product. So what are all the chemicals which come out at different processes, they will be knowing, and for each and everything there is some proper technique to treat it correctly. But now the system is like we are less bothered, are paying less attention to the treatment process, because as all these days there was no much encouragement to the treatment processes. If owner want to treat it, then it is their will and wish. But now government is also national and international level governments are also coming out to encourage the different incentives and also these carbon credits. Sir, these carbon credits also need to be separately discussed. So coarbon credits and green technologies, all these things are there. So now we are at the juncture where without any treatment, if we want to live our life like this only, it is not possible. There is no future at all. Now we need to compulsorily look into all the treatment processes, then only we can go further. Now coming to this is all what we can say is like very well studied, well known. All these days we will be discussing about different types of pollution, different sources of pollution, and all these things were very generally discussed. Now there are some hidden areas where we are all, whether educated person or uneducated person, majority of our population is ignorant of some of the pollutions, some of the dangers behind our lifestyles. So for example, microplastics and nanoplastics are ruining our environment as well as human health to the maximum possible extent. Nowadays recent studies says that hormonal disrupting chemicals are becoming more and more in our environment. They are nothing but microplastics, nanoplastics, as well as few heavy metals too, and these free radicals and all. So like this, generally where from they are coming? We are habituated to get lot more things in the plastic covers only. Even if we want to eat something, we will get the food business people also, they are packing it in the plastic material and they are selling us, and we are happily getting them, we are happily consuming them, and we don't know that much more microplastics are entering into our body. So what is the problem? Afterwards problem, immediately we will not die. So if it was the case, then nobody might have consumed like that. But there is like very slowly, after few years, when such concentration of these microplastics or nanoplastics reach to the threshold level, then only they can show impact on us. So likewise there are so many, like whenever any functions are there, then automatically nowadays plastic papers, plastic plates and glasses are being served for us, and we happily consume them. And afterwards what we will do, we will throw it away. So that plastic, all these days plastics were considered as non-biodegradable material. Yes, it is true, it takes very longer time for the degradation, but these microplastics and nanoplastics will be leaching out to the soils or water wherever they are present, and they are entering into the food chain of the human, for that matter any other living system. So that's why what we have to do is, even in the nurseries, Also, mulching or means samplings are given in plastics.
Plastics.
Only. So, that means we are growing the plants in the plastics only, right? So, that means we are allowing microplastics or nanoplastics into the plant then and there itself. When it is for the consumption, it automatically enters into our body, right? So, these are all the things we have to consider, and for each and every problem definitely there will be solution. If
No, what we are doing, madam, because you are talking about water pollution, the water pollution is getting polluted like industrial waste first, agriculture waste, urban waste and other pollutants, and soil salinity also. See, just what we are doing, if for example you take industrial waste, there are so many restrictions on industries before letting out. They have to follow this effervescent plant and other thing. They are installing it, literally they are not using, because all industries, they look into the commercial aspects rather than looking into the industry environmental aspect. But unfortunately what they are doing, they are letting out to the nearby nalas, and which, for example, you can take an example of Potancheru, where I visited when I was about 10-15 years back, because this Potancheru, how it became an industrial hub. See, in 1972 or 77 or 78, when the late Prime Minister Srimati Indira Gandhi contested, she has contested from Medak, and that as a pre-poll promise, she has given as Medak will be declared as industrial area, and she has given concessions and other things. Okay. By which people started that, because Potancheru, though it is nearer to city, it is more, it is and it's officially it's under Medak district. So their industries have set up because of so many concessions and other things, by which in earlier stage where our environment was not that much aware for a common man, by which they have thrown into the nalas. For example, you take Nakalavagu, industrial Bolaram, all these things, water you can see it will be brownish color. Brownish color, people in the early before the National Environmental Research Institute started the research on that, there was heavy pollution. They somehow, I don't know what has happened is, but outcome of that research has not shown any change. But nowadays, because even our pollution control board, what we are saying is, they have given reasons, they are giving all the reasons, but what are the control measures they could not control, by which the groundwater of that area has maximally polluted. Apart from this is about industrial waste I am talking, agriculture waste. Earlier when people in the early days, they used to depend on natural soil, that is of cow dung and other things. Slowly, biofertilizers. Slowly what's happened is, now they have started changing into a chemical fertilizers, because tractors, the earlier practice of agriculture has changed into a tractors. Bullocks have no more now. Tractors, by which they are not able to store any of the natural cow dung or the biofertilizers, by which they have shifted to the chemical fertilizers. Because after the fertilizers, here our Indian farmers, they more, because though there is a particular description on that chemical fertilizer to be used, suppose if they say 5 ml in about 1 liter of water, they think that if I mix up 5 ml, the disease or the pesticides may not die. So they started using 10 ml, by which the excess what they have used started precipitating on the soil, by which due to the immediate next rainy season, slowly that get eroded and transferred into the nearby water bodies, by which is causing water pollution a lot. And earlier there was, for example, every village they used to have a water body, and they used to have a separate corners like for washing cloths, washing buffaloes, and for natural calls and for our drinking purpose. But there are water bodies and there are associations to look after that, but unfortunately no person is taking care. But there are bodies, but they are not taking, by which ultimately we have now reached to the maximum water pollution, by which we are causing so many diseases. And recently I read, I am not confident about the number, every 1 second in the world, some 36,000 people are dying because of water. Water pollution. It may be more, but what I read is about 2-3 years back, it may be more. But that water pollution, it may not look, but water pollution, epidemic, cholera and other things have turned up due to this only, this water pollution. I think, as I said earlier also, we need, after agriculture, urban waste has started now. Now, we people have started using that GHMC or HM, their people are collecting the garbages from our doorstep, by which they are asking us to classify it. At source itself, classifying is always better, but unfortunately they are not doing it, nor they are insisting it, by which we are causing segregation is not taking place, by which we have become urban waste. Very recently these gadgets have been added, this e-waste, which is another big problem. It may not be now, but it may be in future also. Earlier what we thought is, when the initial stages, there was one fridge. People used to feel that lifetime purchase is one fridge, one gas stove and one AC, another thing. Now what it has started is, within the lifespan of individual lifespan, they started changing for every 10 years or 5 years, by which e-waste has been increased. That disposing of e-waste is another factor which is causing a future, and it is also a problem which we are going to face more severely than what we are imagining now. And this is the another type of pollution, garbage, this papers and other things. And one more thing, many people, this is more useful to a common man, where we are talking about plastics. The other word, even the chopper which we are using in the household, made up of thick plastics, by which you are using knife, slowly the plastic pollutants are reaching our intestine.
Even our toothbrush.
Yes, everything it is reaching, by which what is happening is, we are not able to see. It may not be immediate effect, as you said earlier, but it is have a long run effect, which is all the disease, which whenever you see, when that AIG hospital, the chief, I don't remember his name, the chief, when he was talking about the gastro problems, he was quoting all the things. See, medical and other fields, this environment science is not anybody's property. It is all property, political science, everybody can fear. Even he was talking about that health hazards, more of environmental origin. That's why what I said is, this all should be taken, when especially leave about plastic, now paper. Paper also, because we are in household, the moment you do any oil preparation, oil tiffins, we immediately put on a newspaper, which is newspaper inks are made up of lead and other things, by which slowly we are consuming that lead. So people even see, if they ask me what is the alternative, I may say that tissue paper, but tissue papers also, there is a problem. Tissue papers are made up of 3 types. One is from the bamboo, one is from the 50% bamboo and 50% waste paper, and completely from waste paper also. So which we have to use it? See what I am saying, it's only probables we are saying, we are rectifying it. Slowly, daily, as the research started increase, there is a slow and fast radical change. By the time I say this now lead, people started using different papers also. That papers also are, this all depends upon how we manufacture and what we do. See, as in the market, we get different types of tissue papers, different tissue papers. One is of the different variety, high price, low price. But people think, many people don't know the composition of that. They buy the low rate paper. So by which we are causing is,
I think recycled paper.
Recycled paper, that is from the waste paper. So that is also so many problems are associated, madam, not one. And water pollutant ultimately becomes a major junk, major problem in future generations to come.
Yes, sir.
Now, but we'll talk about the soil.
Huh. So, when it comes to soil pollution, again, the pollution, soil pollution sources are same: industrial, agriculture, domestic. Right. Industrial effluents without treatment, if they are letting out into the open soils, then industry may let out different heavy metals or poisonous non-degradable material or any toxic materials, anything will be there. If not, because daily it is letting out huge quantities of effluent, so it will become problematic to the soils. So that may lead to heavy metal dumpage there, or soil salinity, soil, all these problems may happen there. Right. So how to tackle this problem means compulsorily there should be a treatment before letting out into the open environments. So treatments can be, every effluent is a characteristic effluent. So that effluent will have some characteristic treatment. So that treatment has to be followed, and that treatment, if they are following, now the encouragement is they will be getting carbon credits. If the carbon credits they are getting, they can sell it, their carbon credits, so that they can get the income also. So nowadays, even for the treatment, there is what we can say, encouragement. So in future we may see something better than the present day. This is one thing. And next is from the agriculture sector. Here from the agriculture sector, as I told you, as sir was telling, and I am also telling the same, like it is from the agriculture sector, fertilizers will be there, chemical fertilizers will be there, and the biocides. Broadly I am saying biocides, it can be a insecticide, it can be a pesticide, it can be a herbicide, so anything. So all these things are killing agents. Biocide, bio means biological system, side means killing agent. So the problems are different for these two sectors. Fertilizers, so when more fertilizers are there, generally what are administered to the agriculture means NPK. So these NPK are excessively entering into the water bodies whenever there is rain, even to the moderate rain or below moderate rain also, soil erosion is happening, and it is carrying the all these agricultural chemical dump into the water body. So if we consider these nutrients, that means fertilizers, then there is a problem of eutrophication. What is eutrophication? Eu means what? It is excess. Trophic means what? It is energy level. So actually that water body should have some particular energy levels. So that energy level is sufficient for the aquatic system to run effectively and smartly. But as the excess nutrients are entering into the water body, so what happens here? All the aquatic systems, aquatic living systems cannot sustain in excess. Though they are nutrients, they cannot sustain in excess quantity of food. So that's why what will happen? It is natural process again to control this excess nutrients. So as a control system, what is control system? Nature's control system is having algal blooms. There are few organisms, algal members, and also hydrophytes, few hydrophytes are there. So they have the capacity to grow excessively, dominatively in water body when there are excessive nutrients. So whenever there is rainy season, whenever there is a rain, then what happens here means the excess nutrients will be there and they will be growing there excessively, and when it is algal bloom, then it is completely green mat like structures are formed on the water body. This completely stops the entry of sunlight into the water body, and it creates suffocation as atmospheric oxygen is not entering and not getting dissolved in the water. So, altogether for few days that water body will become a dead water body, because there is no sunlight, there is no oxygen. So, this is one problem. After few days, when the nutrients become less, then automatically they will die, and again rejuvenation of the aquatic system takes place. This was natural condition. But nowadays all the time the nutrients are coming, and excessive nutrients are there. So, that is why hydrophytes are dominating, and algae are also dominating. So, this is what is regular practice now. Now, coming to the these pesticides or insecticides, when we consider this, then here another process takes place, especially in aquatic system, is that biomagnification. So, biomagnification is the process when there is a non-biodegradable material entering into the water body, and that water body does not get degraded by any of the biological systems, then it will be there like that only. So, when these pesticides or insecticides, they are non-biodegradable materials. So, what happens whenever they enter into the water body? So, first of all, water gets dissolved with the those toxic material, and then first producers will consume something, and next level when they are consumed by, when the primary producers are consumed by the primary consumers, then the magnification of the concentration increases, and these primary consumers, when they are consumed by the secondary. So, likewise when the trophic level increases, magnification of the toxic material will increase exponentially. So, this is also another major problem when it is non-biodegradable material or heavy metal. Both the things are not degradable. So, that is why this problem is also will be there.
What I feel, madam, before, because environmental issue, no one individual can solve these environmental issues. So, I take this opportunity to request all our students who are viewers also, apart from students, viewers and other, to start initiating protect environment from their own field first. Take from indoor pollution, indoor air pollution, outdoor pollution around surrounding them, and let see that. I request also all the viewers, if GHMC people are burning it, burning the waste, that leave every waste there, let them go and restrict them not to burn it, because by which what's happening is they are burning the bio waste, including plastics, e-waste, everything they are burning it, by which is causing a maximum damage to the nearby the pollution. Apart from that, I also request you try to stop. I am not saying, I am only requesting is to minimize the use of plastic, and try to go to the market or wherever they want to move. I request them to move their own jute bags, carry bags or utensils to carry, because at least let's start now, if not late. So, I request all the members to follow this before we go for a further discussion.
Sir, even in village agriculture, farmers, they are burning the paddy after cultivation.
Yes.
Is there any consequences to the pollution?
Definitely,
Yes.
Definitely there will be a pollution.
How impact the environment?
No, definitely. See, anything you burn, ultimately it turns into a carbon.
Yes.
Ultimately carbon, and apart from that, ash content in the air also increases.
Yes.
See, nothing you have to burn, Dr. Ashok. We have to look into the alternatives rather than, see, there is nothing like no alternative. We have to there are alternatives, but what people lives, as I said, lifestyle. in urban and everywhere, lifestyle has changed. Even in agriculture, people started doing it as the easiest method rather than looking into the pollution. So until and unless, I don't blame them, because in environment side, I feel more of, see here we cannot say literacy, educated or non-educated. As for environmental issues concerned,
Awareness is compulsory.
majority people are ignorant about the environmental issue. They started using it, and they, for environment or pollution, there is no geographical boundaries.
Yes.
So you must think before we go into there is no geographical boundaries. Suppose if they say, if they are burning in the other area,
Yes.
they think that it is confined to that area, but it is not so. It's an air pollution. For example, air pollution, it can be there. That's why for virus, bacteria and other things, their geographical boundary is only for literally restricting your property, but not to the environmental issue. That should be kept in mind before doing. See, let us take care as an individual environmentalist, because already when compared to our advanced countries, underdeveloping countries, still the environment science is under the initial stages. It's still yet to take off. Till that time, what I request is no government or no bodies can do it. Every individual must participate and see that to save the earth, save the planet. Until and unless we do that, I don't think future the environmental issues will creep, but there will be no start of reduction until every man, every person think about this.
Yes, sir.
Sir, another important question is EVs replace the petrol and diesel vehicles in urban area. The using of vehicles.
See, sir, if you permit me.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, sir. So, electronic vehicles, if we want to utilize them, here problem is with population. So, if more people are utilizing them, again that will also be a problem.
Madam.
But when compared to fossil fuel burning, fossil fuel utilization, definitely, because every utility there is a emission. When fossil fuels are used, first of all, extraction is problematic, and distillation process is problematic, and every utility is producing pollution. So here lot more pollutions are there. Here, when it comes to electronic batteries and all, electric batteries, electronic vehicles, then only production part will be problematic. So every utility will not be any problem. So that part we have to consider, and if we control the automobile pollution, want to control the automobile pollution, that could be the best possible solution, I think.
Madam, apart from that, see, if you see the evolution trends of the vehicle, initial stages we used coal for trains and other things, and for other we used diesel. Slowly it has changed into petrol. Now they refined petrol. Slowly now we are in between there was a gas consumption. Slowly now it came to electrical vehicles. See, no person can say it is purely it's correct using of electrical vehicles. For every consumption there is every production there is a pollution. But it only thing I can say is, now things stand today. Immediately what we say is electric vehicles can reduce the vehicular pollution. Vehicular pollution, for example, you can take, madam, when you before now, because we have got many flyovers in, especially if you take Hyderabad as example, we got so many flyovers. Previously there was no flyovers. At every crossroads the vehicles used to stand for 3 to 4 minutes because of these traffic lights.
Yes, sir.
By which there was more emission of carbon monoxide. And in one of the best example, this crossroads pollution, when they have conducted about, when I think honorable in 2004 to 6, there was a survey done by the international expert, and unfortunately our Panjagutta crossroad was the highest polluted crossroads in Asia.
Oh.
In Asia before the construction of that. Now after the construction of that different flyovers towards Jubilee Hills, towards Panjagutta and other things, it has reduced drastically. And I am not saying it's safe, but it has been reduced. Such things also you have to take into consideration, not only vehicle pollution. Free movement of vehicle is also important. This, madam, ultimately I can say every pollution ultimately depends on population. Population
Yes,
is the
sir,
main
it is
reason.
true. It is true.
Ultimately, you have to land on population. Population has so many impacts.
Yes, sir.
So until you decentralize it, in about 10 years back, there was a satellite towns people said, but it has not been, it has not taken its shape. Ultimately,
Yes, sir.
it has gone, it has not fully developed. Still, there are so many things where today, but anyhow, I feel still what we have discussed is also what I request Dr. Ashok future to make it not such a lengthy topic. We'll
Sure,
divide into different heading, because
subtopics.
this is one of the pollution, one of the environmental issue which every individual on the planet after taking birth they must know about this.
Yes.
Till that time, I don't think what we have said is only we have briefed it, but let us make it a point. We'll try and we'll go for different topics under different headings in detail, and I think that will be better for future.
Sure, sir. Sure. Sir, what are the actions need to taken by students and governments and institutions, especially to reduce this pollution? In your words.
So, as you asked the question very broadly,
Yes.
broadly. So, if you want to have air pollution control, right? So, air pollution control can be like in the institutions. The best possible thing is having maintaining the greenery is the best possible thing, and moreover inside the institutions, very less pollution is produced, because inside there will not be any vehicles, there will not be any such things.
Conclude.
So, but when we think about the traffic, so there we can have like avenue plantation should be made with air pollution tolerance index will be there for different plants, different levels will be there. So, plants which are having high air pollution tolerance index, if we plant them in the avenue plantation, they can absorb more pollution, and the environment in the on the roads will be somewhat better.
Especially on the dividers,
Yes.
which, as madam said, the plants which we take, it's not plantation. It should be more of meaning of
Scientific.
scientific approach you have to use for the plantation on the dividers, by which we are seeing our you can see the best way you can see the pollution is on any divider plant. You can see how damage it's taking place by our vehicular pollution, or so many things are there. Dr. Ashok,
Sir.
and
Sir, thank you, sir, and thank you, madam. Now we are concluding this session. Dear students, you can visit our university website for more videos and teleconference other sessions. You can visit our BRAOU YouTube channel. Thank you very much.